Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited. I had to get the purple wig out today. Okay. Day 3. Hey. So how are you guys feeling so far about this
We're
telesummit?
doing we're doing fine. I know I am. I've been enjoying these last couple of days, getting a lot of knowledge in this head of mine, so and looking at my planning my recession, because I need it badly. I really do. And everybody out there, you should be planning for your recession too. But Ebony, you looking cool, girl, with your little crown on.
Thank you. And I was just about to say, my beautiful co-host, y'all are looking spectacular. I see that teal around your neck, Miss Tiffany, and Ola with the pearls. Look, we came to slay. Period.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. And what about you, Tiffany? How do you feel about everything that's been going on these last few days?
Oh, my brain is like on overload, like literally. I got my pen, my pad. I can't even write fast enough. I'm just excited. I'm learning a lot, and I have enjoyed it thus far. I have enjoyed it.
That is good to hear. Now, what would you guys say to someone who is on the other side and not in the room?
They need to come on over to this side and get in here and get involved, get this knowledge.
I
It's out here.
Yeah, I would say, what are you waiting for? You're in the house. Most of us are not working. Some are working. What are you waiting for? This is the perfect time to build the idea or to step into that path that you've always wanted to do. Entrepreneurship. Why not? Why not start planning now? Why wait till the first of the year? You're missing out if you're not a part of this. You are truly missing out.
Yes.
You know what? I say that all the time, but I forgot to welcome everyone that is currently in the room. Welcome, 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 you guys. I am so glad that you guys have come. And the speakers tonight is about to be spectacular. Oh my goodness. I mean, recession proofing your business and almost everything, like just taking a look at everything in your life is always good, out with the old and with the new, getting things organized, getting your house smelling back good. Those are all things that make you feel good and make you want to continue. So when you do that with your business and you recession proof, that's just an umbrella word, because what you're really going in there doing is just organizing and setting it up and making sure that can't nobody come down to your Legos and crumble them, okay? You don't want to be my dog when my kid got his Legos out and my dog gonna destroy them Legos. All that hard work
Gone.
over, yeah, over and done with.
Right.
Yes. Well, ladies, I'm just really happy to be here with y'all.
We're happy
I'm
to
so,
be here with you. And we know a little later on you're going to be presenting,
yes,
Ebony.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous, girl. You got this.
I don't know. I mean, how can I come up behind all of these amazing speakers? I swear I should have went first.
You'll be fine,
Got
girl.
it. You got it.
I hope so. Look, I had to do the
I'm rooting
purple.
for you.
Yes, well, I had to do the purple because purple gives me courage. Because purple's my favorite color. And when,
Okay.
That's my favorite
like,
color too.
yes, and I think it might be my birth. No, I don't think it is. I was gonna say birthstone, but I think I'm lying because I'm a September baby. I
Okay.
wish it was my birthstone.
I think you're blue.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
think you're
am blue
blue.
sapphire.
Yeah, but you see, you have the blue lipstick on, so you good.
Girl, it's dark purple.
Is it? Okay, well, it looks
It's
blue where I'm
glowing.
looking at. But hey,
Thank you. Look, okay, thank you. Y'all just hyping my head up, and I love it. Thank you, ladies, so much. So, what have you guys really learned these past 2 days that you are going to incorporate into your business?
I first of all, I've learned to really plan, to sit back, think about where I want to go with my business and stuff. And start planning on how to reach where I want to go. Do I, do you do monthly? Do you do daily? And you really should be doing like daily. Every day you get up, you should have a plan on what you're going to do for that day to help grow your business. So I'm just learning to do that, to follow those steps, and get my business. So every day I'll have something I know I'm doing that's going to enhance my business and also enhance me. And I'm doing, I'm with the book club, so I'm doing a lot of reading. That's a help too. So it's just
Girl,
all
that's a lot
part
of
of
help.
planning. Yeah, that's all
I've been
part of
reading
your
y'all
planning.
books. Look, that book of the month club, let me tell y'all doing y'all thing, because I'm reading them books and I am learning so much. For those who are not in the room, you guys can go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and go ahead and get your tickets. Now, this is day 3, but don't worry, because you can get the replays for the past 2 days. Also, you guys, if you guys are in the room and or viewing us from Facebook, Periscope, or any of those, go ahead and share out the broadcast, because sharing is caring, and you never know who needs to hear this information.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody needs to share. Go on and share this out. Like Ebony said, this is some wonderful information, and you never know who's going to need this information. There's so many people out there looking right now for what they need to do. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are really not sure how to go about their business and how they need, what they need to plan for next. So share, because one of those may be looking and they need to get on this summit. And like she said, you go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and get involved. Like she said, you can get those previous 2 recordings, and so you won't really miss anything. But this is something that you need. So share with your friends. Share.
Right.
Yes, you have to, because we in this room right here, let me tell you, you can learn something. This community is just seriously amazing. It's just really a huge just relief off my shoulders. When I come over here to this community, this is the one place that I could focus. And when I say focus, I'm not worried about all the other noise that happens around my life, and I'm not confused. And when I have questions, they're able to be answered. And if I don't understand something, someone does. Outside of this community, a lot of people don't like to share their knowledge, which is fine.
Right.
I got that. Or outside this community, a lot of the wrong information goes around, and the wrong information is so contagious that we end up falling into that loop. And that is why I'm saying get into the room. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Get in here and pick these women's brains.
Right.
Yeah, because there's nothing like having a community of like-minded people around you. We have a group of like-minded women, and we're all in here wanting to help each other. There's no, like you had, like Ebony said, if you have a problem, you're not sure how to deal with it, just put it out there, and somebody in this group is going to have some information for you to clear it up for you. So, don't worry, if you're new to the entrepreneur game, you just come in this community and we'll be glad, there's people out there that's going to help you. So go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and get involved.
Right.
Right now.
Right now. So I
I
kind
was
of
just
wanted
gonna
to know with you ladies, and I'm going to answer the question too, but I'll answer after y'all. What made you guys so excited to get into the room and get y'all tickets?
I like the fact that you have to assign your money. Coach was talking about that, and it makes plenty of sense. Like, if you don't assign your money will tell you what to do. So you have to be prepared for whatever it is that you dream in your heart that you want to be prepared for. But if you don't start taking some steps, it's never going to happen. So that's one reason why I got my ticket. And if you're out there and you're watching, please don't miss out. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. You don't want to miss out on this. You don't want to miss out on all the money that's already assigned to you that you have no knowledge of. But if you don't start preparing a plan for your money will plan for you.
It sure
Yeah.
will.
And I'm here because I just didn't want to miss anything. I didn't want to miss out, because I know there's so
Right.
much information that's been, we've got so many different speakers that are giving us that, those little nuggets and stuff. And I just didn't want to miss anything. I felt like if I didn't get in here, then I was going to miss something. And then, the different nuggets that I'm getting is going to help my business. So, I don't want to, I want my business to grow. So this is going to help me. So that's why I jumped in here fast as I get in here.
Right.
Look, sprinting like Speedy Gonzalez.
I'm running.
Look, Coach said, we about to do this. And I said, how fast I got to go, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are around greatness, and greatness is just more than just doing great things. It also has to do with your spirit and what you naturally give off. And with Coach, she just naturally gives off that caring. Like, I legit felt like when I first met her, she legit cared about my business. I ain't never had somebody care about my business as much as I cared about my business and or anymore. The knowledge that she gave me was enough. So when this started, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make it so can't nobody take away what I just built.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna swoop in and take my creation.
Right.
You gotta protect it.
Because it's yours. It's yours.
And
you're entitled to it.
Yes. And for y'all that's out there, I know you sometimes we just be thinking and we don't worry so much about those things because we haven't gotten to where we want to go yet. And we don't want to worry about anything until we get there. But the foundation of your business, we don't know if the country's going to shut back down. There's rumors going around about different states about to shut down. And when that day comes, again, we all need to be prepared because the Black woman is already the most underpaid.
Yes.
Okay. That is so powerful to be able, we are already the most underpaid. So either a few things are going to happen. If the country shuts back down, your job is going to give you even more work with either less pay or the same pay, or they're going to let you go. So what are you going to do to be able to make it?
Gotta have a plan.
You got to. Because one day you're going to look back and be like, damn, I should have got into that community sooner. I think we all probably said that to ourselves when we got in here and we seen all this knowledge. I was like, I wish I would have met Coach like 2 years ago. Yes. When I was that hot 22-year-old, oh, baby. I would have, I don't want to go down that road.
So you
when
been
you
there,
realize
done that
how easy it is to get what you want.
Right.
What were you saying, Ola? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying you been there, done that, went down that road. You moving on now. You into a whole new world now.
Right.
For you and your business.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And do y'all feel the difference within y'all? Do y'all feel like y'all conversations have changed?
Yeah.
How you look at the world has changed?
Yeah.
Right.
How you look at, when you look at things now, you look at, before you'd see something, and you'd be like, it just wouldn't phase you or anything. But now you look at things a different way. You look at things like, how can I monetize that? So that's what you think. You're like, oh, how can I monetize that? And you think about, me personally, you know, I think about all the stuff I've done and, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, man, if I had have known then what I know now, oh, I'd be sitting pretty somewhere. I'd be richer than rich. I'd be a little rich girl. Because
Right.
I've been monetized a whole bunch of stuff by now, you know. But that's kind of the stuff you learn here. You learn, you know, that you have value and
Right.
that your value is worth something, you know. You don't just throw it away. You don't give it away, you know. And that's what you do. A lot of us, me personally, a lot of us, we've done so much for other people, hadn't charged them a dime. You give them advice, you've done stuff for them, you helped them in so many different ways, you know, where you could have just been monetizing that one. But, you know, you learn here. And so
Right.
now, you know, like I said, I look at things different. I'm like, I see little dollar signs, you know.
You start to pick up on stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I used to struggle with knowing what to post. That was the biggest thing because, you know, not knowing how to post has to do with consistency. Oh, I don't got that problem now. I know how to reuse that information.
Right.
Yes. Because being over here, you're going to learn stuff like
Right.
this is just really an amazing event. Day 3, ladies. And I keep saying that because, wow, this party has been going on for 3 days. This knowledge, my future, y'all future. I'm that much closer to my goals.
It's true. And you know, really a lot of this we couldn't have done without having the knowledge that a coach is giving us. You know, Coach Danielle Winningham, she's just so amazing, you know. Her knowledge, I mean, it's just amazing how she can look at stuff and you're like, wow, I just didn't think of that way, you know, and she can take stuff and just do things with it you just wouldn't even believe. So I mean, it's just so amazing.
It really is. Oh no, my camera went off.
Yeah, we can't see you anymore.
What? Okay,
Yeah, you
okay.
back.
Sorry about that.
Back, Queen. Welcome back, Queen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Y'all, when I told you I was so excited, and I'm looking at how this is my first time wearing this necklace and these earrings. I'm looking at this and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I am a star in the making.
Yes.
Oh, the world ain't ready for me.
Right.
All the diva I gotta be me. Oh, Coach done gave birth to look how I'm about to bless the world with my gift.
Right.
Yeah.
With my little old me. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, how I saw myself as that little girl. I am becoming that fierce queen now.
Right. And it takes, you know, that being around other like-minded individuals to help you to realize who you really are. You know, you've always been that person. You've always felt it, but you wasn't in the right productive environment to birth that. Like being in the room with like-minded individuals, positive women that are making positive moves, you know, and not just moves, money moves. Every move is a money move. So when you are around women like that and you are in a community like that, you can't help but do nothing other than to go in a direction, because I've heard before that success leave clues. Success leave clues. If you do what it is that they're doing, I mean, you bound to be successful as well. So this is amazing, amazing community to be a part of. If you are watching, go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and grab your ticket. Don't sit there and watch. Don't sit there and watch, sis. You can get on this money train as well. There is something somewhere on this panel where you can plug in. Somewhere. It's something for you to do. So please don't hesitate to wait. Go get your ticket now. You can't afford $10? Is it $10? Yes, $10, right?
$10 and 10 cents.
$10. $10 to change your whole wealth situation, to go get some knowledge. So you can go and buy the meals it is that you're probably somewhere out eating now. Go online right now and get your ticket. Don't wait. Don't waste any more time.
Yeah, you said they're out eating somewhere now. I bet it's costing them more than $10.
Right. Right. So why not?
part.
Right. So why not invest $10? That's going to teach you how to invest 10 and 10 and 10 and 10. Invest in 10 to get back 10, or just go in there a restaurant and just eat. And what did you get? A full stomach? Come on, sis. Get your bag. Come get your bag with us.
What a bag at, baby? What a bag at?
That bag gonna be empty. Because if you keep eating out, that bag gonna be so empty, sis. And you're gonna be like, I wish I can go out and eat. Well, you can create your wealth. You can create it.
It'll just be full of receipts where your money on food.
Right.
Look, the way y'all talking, y'all don't understand. That used to be me. Okay? Look, let me tell you, baby used to stay with the nice restaurants and a nice drink in my hand. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. But let me tell you this. If somebody said it was a bag near, I said, which direction?
Right.
Yeah.
You know why? Because look, when I be listening to these boss girls on the radio, okay, because I'm big music, okay, I think about Fantasia. I grew up when Fantasia was on American Idol, and that little girl came with dreams. Yeah. When she opened her mouth, I mean, it made you go, where that voice come from? Yeah. Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
When she got on Dreams Girls and she tore that song up. Y'all remember? Come on now, y'all.
I remember.
Look.
That was one of my favorite movies. I watch it over and over and over.
Over and over, because that is so inspirational to know that them girls went from nothing to something. They used their voices to command. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. Her part was kind of sad. You know, she was chasing after that man. Right. But we in 2020 now, okay? Ain't nobody chasing after no man now. We're chasing after that bag. So just like them city girls, what a bag at, baby? What a bag at? Okay.
What a bag at.
Hey.
The big bag.
Big bag. Okay.
Right.
I need a big bag, y'all. That's I gotta carry.
Yes. Look. You in order, Coach said it, and Coach said it so beautifully. You gotta invite your money. Yeah. You gotta get your money comfortable to come to you.
Right.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm getting that money comfortable. Okay. I'm waiting. You on your way? Okay, you want some coffee or tea?
Right.
You know, I'm not playing. Okay. I want a table. But I want food on my table. And I want fine dining. Okay? I want that cup to look so pretty that I don't even care what's inside. But it's probably going to be some champagne. You know, when baby start making some money, I'm going to be a little bougie. Okay.
You know what I think? As Coach said, you know, most of us, we are afraid of money. Yeah. We are afraid of money. We are afraid of the attachments that come with it because we have been taught wrong. But it clearly says that, you know, a table is prepared for you. All you got to do is pull up and eat, and get the wisdom and the knowledge to apply how to, you know, make your money look like it's money, you know, not just continuously going in there and grabbing and grabbing and grabbing. You got to have a plan for your money. How you going to make that money reciprocate when it depletes? What's your plan for that? What's your recession plan? We are already in a pandemic. What is your plan if we never come out of the pandemic? What is your plan if another pandemic happens? So we have got to be proactive and go after the things that's already there for us. It's already wealth that's stored up for us. It's stored up. But if we don't get up off our access and go and get what's available to us to access what's available to us, the free resources, the resources that you gotta put a little investment in to invest in your wealth, it ain't gonna never come. Just thinking about it, you gotta do something. You gotta be proactive. You gotta move. You gotta go to the website now and get your ticket at blackgirlprofits.com.
Yes. Yes. Look, Tiffany over here preaching
I
to
know.
y'all. Okay. And what she's saying, she is not wrong. You know, I didn't even know. Like, I knew how no, I can't say I did. I saw how business operated, and I couldn't figure out how they knew what I wanted to spend my money on, so I knew. When people used to say, you need to know your target audience, I didn't fully understand what they were saying. But I got over here, and I got it. Knowing my target audience is all about, and I reflect my target audience off of me. So I know to my core what I love and what means everything to me. And I give that to my clients and my potentials because we understand each other. And I can plan in advance because I know it's going to make us go.
Right.
I know what we need because they're not the only ones that need it. I need it too. I created my business based off of me. I know what I want to read. And I also learned people will tell you what it is and they won't. We just got to listen.
True.
Right.
That is a good part of your business. When you have a business, if you listen to people, they'll tell you what they want.
Right.
You just have to be prepared to give it to them. You know,
right.
Why listen to what they're saying and tell you what you want, and you're not prepared? You don't have anything planned to give them. You know, you gotta say, wait, let me check. You know, but if you already you've done your profit planning, you know, if you've done your recession-proof planning, then you already have planned like your products or service or whatever you have. So when those people are telling you that they need this, you can say, hey, hold on, how soon you want it, you know, and get it to them. So that's part of profit planning. When you are, you know, you get your products in order, you get what type services you're going to do, you have that in order, and you plan, you know, you just plan, I'm going to have this, I have this many products that I'm going to put out there, you know. So when they, like she said, you know, you can find out who your target market is. And most of the time, like you said, it's people that like the same thing you like. You know, you have people like, but you just want to be prepared. And so when they want what you have it there, right there, ready to give it to them. They don't have to wait for it. Because sometimes if they have to wait, they'll go somewhere else and get it. Because most of the time when they want it then, right now. So just be prepared and go on now to www.blackgirlsprofits.com and do SAVE10, and you can get in here for $10. So,
right.
you know.
And you know what's so crazy, Ola, off what you just said, is that even though people will go other places, people will sit around for you.
True.
From you, but then they ain't gonna wait forever.
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, man, your sister is so amazing. She don't even understand her worth. And the person said, what you mean? I said, I would pay big money to be in her presence. Just off of her energy. And there's somebody out there that feels exactly the same way about you. I truly believe that saying that the world does not revolve around you that we heard growing up, that's a lie. Because you do want your world to revolve around you, and you only want those in your world who care about you. And caring about you also has to do with your financials.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, we have an amazing speaker. And I am just so excited to introduce her. Everyone, can you guys please give a huge, warm, loud welcome to Miss Shakita!
Yay! Yay! Welcome,
Welcome,
Shakita.
Queen.
Hello. Thank you for that introduction. I've been in the green room watching you ladies drop all those nuggets. Y'all all look so beautiful tonight. We have Barbie in the room. She looks like a black Barbie, the queen in the room. Thank you guys for inviting me, and I sure feel privileged. And thank you, Reverend Coach Danielle Winningham, for having this event to empower all the women out there in building their online business and recession proofing their business, no matter what it is. And so, yes, my name is Chiquita Gail Lee Lindsay, and I am the queen of real estate. And my mission is to help women invest in real estate so that they can retire whenever they want to, never worry about running out of money, and leave a legacy for their children. And so I want to just make sure that I'm sharing this out. Please share this out. Please invite your friends. It's not too late to get a ticket because we're going to be here for hours. And I'm just the first guest, but there's some amazing women coming up telling you how to recession-proof your life, no matter what it is. So mine is recession-proof your retirement. We as women fear retiring without having enough money. And so I have a PowerPoint for you, and I'm getting ready to bring that up. And somebody please let me know if you can see that in the chat.
Yes, you are good to go.
Very good, Ebony, thank you. And so this is Recession Proof Your Retirement. It's all about making sure you can have all the money you need in retirement and nothing affects it, whether it's COVID, whether it's hurricanes, no matter what's going on in your life, your money is protected. And so you have to make a plan to protect your retirement. You can't just start saving for it and think it's going to be there, because it maybe not be there. It's out of your control depending on how you're retiring your money. And if you're depending on a job or someone else to make sure that you're going to have enough money to retire. And so how will you ever retire? Because us as women, we live longer. We need more money than men to take care of us when we retire. We have more health issues. It just takes a lot more to be a woman. It takes a lot to keep us beautiful and keep us healthy. And so the fears that most women think about in retirement is fear of job loss. And that's going on with everything that's going on in the world today. Recession. They always have a new name depending on what year it is. It was depression, it was recession, then it was inflation, and then higher prices. You could retire and think you had enough money, but now bread's gone up, milk's gone up, the light bill's gone up, and you have no control over that. The only control you have is knowing how much money to put away for your retirement and being able to protect that. And the trick to it is to make sure that it's growing along with inflation, recession, or whatever's going on in the world today. And you have a fear that you're not going to be able to retire because you're struggling with bills now. So how would you be able to survive on 30% of your pay without struggling to pay the same bills? Health issues, you may have more doctor bills. Loss of a loved one can set you back. And most of the time, we women, we are the caregivers of our parents. You may come from a family of 10. If you're the only female, then most likely you're going to be the one taking care of your parent. And you may have to quit your job to do that. And so what do you have to fall back on? How is that protecting your retirement money? So when it's time for you to retire, you can retire the way you want to. And so sometimes it's like riding a roller coaster. And especially with everything is going on and you got a 401k or you depending on the job. And every time you look at that statement, you've lost money. So then you start saying, oh, I won't retire in 2020. I'm going to retire in 2030. I'm going to retire in 2025. That date gets moved around depending on what's going on with your money and what's going on in the world and with your retirement, if you're not doing the right things. And so there's ups and downs in your retirement plan. When you're talking about traditional retirement, you could lose your shirt, you could lose your blouse, you could lose your shoes. Because if you're looking at that statement now, you probably lost money in that 401k with everything that's going on in the world today. You're going to have to change that retirement date because you're not going to have enough money to survive. Are you going to say, I'm going to wait until recession is over? When is that going to happen? And how old will you be when you keep waiting? Will you have to work until you're 70 and a half? Where does the 1/2 come from? In fact, where does the age 70 comes from? Because you can retire at any age as long as you have enough money. You see, retirement is not an age, it's a number. Most of the time, recession is going to get worse before it gets better. But there's some things you can do to avoid that recession ever touching your retirement money. And so who am I and why am I saying all of this? Well, again, I told you my name is Chiquita Lindsay, and I'm a real estate investment coach. I was voted the best real estate coach in 2019. I created the Retire Math system that helps women know their number to retire early or retire on time. I was featured on the One magazine and in the Courage Woman magazine. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I flip houses. I wholesale real estate, and I own a lot of rental properties, and I own land. I'm a certified landlord, and I teach primarily women how to invest in real estate for retirement. I retired myself with real estate. I didn't retire with a pension. I didn't retire with Social Security. In fact, I'm not even drawing Social Security. I'm retired truly with real estate. I help my mentees and my clients buy the right real estate properties so they can retire early or on time and set those properties up so recession never touches them. Why am I qualified? Well, I got 12 years experience in real estate investing. And of course, I told you I retired myself. I manage all of my properties myself. I am a certified landlord. And people don't like the word landlord. And they think it's a bad word, but really it isn't. It's exactly how you're managing your property. And basically, you could say I'm my own property manager. I flip houses. We're on number 16 now, soon to be 17. I wholesale houses, and that's where you are making money using somebody else's property and somebody else's money, where you start investing with little to no money on your own. I'm a cash flow retirement specialist. What that means is I'm gonna make sure you get the biggest cash flow on your property, and you always gonna get your money on time, forever and ever, even when you leave here. I buy land for $1. That is not a typo. I actually buy land for $1, and I show my clients how to do that. Now, how have I helped my clients? My clients and my mentees, they own land, they're buying rental properties, they're building their retirement funds with real estate. I help them create their own personal blueprint. And what that means is, how much money do you need to retire every year? Each year, how much money do you need monthly to retire? Remember, it's a number. So we create the plan on how much they need and what real estate they're going to need to provide that income for them monthly. You're able to retire worry-free because you're not going to have to worry about money. Instead of looking at that bank account and that money dwindling down, that money's going to be building up monthly. And you're going to be increasing in wealth while you sleep. So how can I help you? I can help you retire early, our own time. I can help you own land and property for retirement. Build a legacy for your family with real estate. Real estate and land never goes bad. I can help you put your name in the history book. They're going to be talking about you from 3 and 4 generations down the road that you left property to your family. I can help you have the freedom and the finances in retirement. And I'm your courage to start. I'm your courage and I'm your confidence. I can help you have peace of mind in your golden years. There is life after work. You can recession-proof your retirement and have a beautiful life after work. And so this could be you in retirement. And I don't ever want this to happen to any woman when they retire, because I'm partial to women working their major life and then going home and setting down and not having enough money to do what they plan to do in retirement. And so it could be you. You could be struggling just to pay essentials in retirement. And I mean your health and beauty needs, your light bill, your water bill, the things that you really need. You know, you can retire and finally have the freedom, but don't have the finances. You have no extra money to travel and enjoy life. And that's what you dreamed of while you were standing on your feet 8, 10, 12 hours a day in somebody else's job, to finally retire and enjoy life, enjoy the grandkids, do what it is you finally want to do, because nobody's in charge of you but you. But you're not going to have any extra money to do that because you're too busy trying to pay the things that you have on the little income that you have coming in, because you didn't take the right steps to set up your own retirement and you trusted the job of somebody else to retire you. Now, it's not your fault because that's the way the system is set up. So I don't want you worrying about running out of money. I don't want you worrying and saying, oh, I hope I don't live that long because I'm going to run out of money. And what am I going to do when I run out of money? I don't want you to be wishing you had prepared better for retirement. What is your 70-year-old self going to say to you? What would your 70-year-old self be saying to you now? It's going to be saying, look, you need to be doing something different, because when we turn 70, we're going to be living in poverty. And in retirement, you may be living below what you used to. If you can't retire on 100% of your money, how could you retire on 30% of it? And real estate is the only thing that's going to help you live better in retirement than you did working. And will you still be going to work at age 65, at age 70? Will you still be going to work? Now, if you just want to go to work because you don't have nothing else to do and you want to chit chat with the ladies, okay. But if you got to go because you have to, that's the only way you can pay your bills and keep up, then you're not a happy camper. So how can I help you? I can help you build a monthly cash flow of $5,000 to $10,000 monthly with real estate for retirement. Never have to worry about money, even in recession, because you can recession-proof real estate. Yeah, I said it because I did it. And I know how to do it. You can live your golden years like they're golden. You can live lavish in retirement. Do the things you never could do when you was working. You can retire you, your mother, and your husband with real estate. So you got options to start, and this is how I can help you. I have a 14-week course coming up where I actually show you how to start investing in real estate, how to create your personal retirement blueprint, how to acquire low cost real estate with high cash flow, the do's and the don'ts. See, we don't have time to go hit our head. They say, you know, when you make a mistake, you never forget. We don't have time to do a lot of that mistake making. So that's why you need a coach that knows how to tell you to duck, don't get this is the best property for you, walk you through it. It's about teaching you that third eye in real estate. And sometimes that's about breaking your mind on what you thought real estate was about. That's about you not listening to the people that's done everything wrong and say, whoo, you don't need to get in real estate. They're not going to pay their rent. They're going to tear your property up. Those are the people that never invested correctly, never educated their tenants, and don't really know what they're doing. Or I can help you by my 1-year mentorship where you get all of the above. I'm teaching you how to flip houses because you're actually in the houses that we're flipping from beginning to end, wholesaling, how to find those properties when you got little to no money and get wholesale deals that's paying you $5,000 every time you get a deal using somebody else's money and somebody else's property. And so you're going to learn everything about investing in real estate so that you can build that retirement fund and never have to depend on anything else. I'm going to be holding your hand through the process. Remember I told you I'm your courage. So I'm going to be holding your hand through the process. And so how do you reach me? Book a call now. Go to bit.ly, retire me 2020. Let's chat and just see where you're at, how close you are to retirement. You want to retire now? You want to go in 2 to 5 years? You want to start investing? How I can help you get that mindset and get you started. Even if you don't have any money to buy anything now, there's so many creative ways for you to hop into real estate. But until you start by getting the knowledge, you're never going to know. And if you keep waiting, they say buy real estate and wait. Don't wait to buy real estate. So you want to be ready when that opportunity comes up with the knowledge and the wisdom. And so, will this be you? Will this be you? This lady here in the corner, she's looking at her bills. Will you hate it every time the mailman comes? You don't want to go get the mail because it's bill after bill, you don't have any money. Will you have to go through your change jar to survive? Do you have a big jar that you're saving over there with change because you may need it in retirement? What about the house? Your house used to be beautiful, but now it's falling down because you don't have anything. You can't keep it up. You can have the most beautiful house, but if you don't have the money to keep it up, time, weather, wind, everything tears that house down. And so you end up looking like the haunted house on the street when you're 60, 65, because you're just barely paying the bills. You don't have any money to keep that house up. And the house may be paid for, but you still don't, but it still takes money to maintain a house. Your 401k is a gamble. Monday, well, the stock market's closed right now. Monday morning, you may have some money in there tonight, but on Monday, did you lose $10,000, $20,000? So then on Wednesday, maybe you made some money. Then on Friday, you lost another $10,000, $20,000. How much money? How long can you ride that? You might as well go to the gambling bowl and play the slot machine. Or will you be like this lady on the end? You can go back and work at Walmart. We all love to go shop at Walmart, but do we want to work there in retirement? This poor lady has her oxygen tank. I don't think she shouldn't even be out. So it's your choice. What choice will you make on making sure that you're building your retirement, and the way you build it is recession proof? A 401k is not recession proof. Your savings account is not recession proof. And so this should be you. Your retirement is supposed to be filled with happiness, You wake up happy every day. When you go to bed and wake up and you said, oh, it's a new day. Thank you, Lord. I'm here for a new day. Instead of saying, oh, what day is it? What I got to pay today? What day? Where's that brown bill that rainbow bills coach said? You don't never pay your bills until you get one with a color on it. So will you be able to travel? Now, we know COVID's got us in right now, but pretty soon we're going to be able to travel again. What about quality time with the grandkids? You finally got time to spend with the grandkids, but you retired, but you got to go back to work. And at the grandkids, you have to tell them, send the grandkids over with a sack lunch, because I can't feed those kids. Those kids eat all day. And my budget won't let me feed the grandkids. So send them over with groceries. So what about your dream home? You can still have your dream home in retirement. There's no reason why you have to downsize in retirement if you got enough money to keep that house up. And so maybe you want to go sit on the beach in retirement. Whatever the point is I'm trying to make, you can do whatever you want in retirement as long as you have the finances, and you deserve to be happy and do what you want to do. It's about laughing, being happy, and doing. If you just want to retire and go sit on the couch, but if you want to look in your bank account every day and make sure you got money, but you just fine sitting on the couch, then that's okay. That's okay. And so go ahead and book a call, because I do a survey called Retire Math, where I can see where you're at, whether you haven't started building for your retirement, or you got a little money that you think you're okay to retire with. It's a survey, and it's called Retire Math, and it's just a few questions that I asked you to see where you're at and see how I can help you. Or you just want to call and say, hey, I need to get started somewhere. Go to bit.ly, retire me 2020, and just get on my calendar, get on my schedule. Let's chat a little bit and see how I can help you. And so that is the end of my presentation. And I will take some Q&A. Ladies, thank you for hanging in there with me. And I hope you all enjoyed the presentation. So any Q&As for a few minutes before I leave?
I don't see anything in the chat. I have a Q&A.
Okay.
If I start now, in about 2 years, would I have a second retirement?
What do you mean by a second retirement?
I'm already retired. Can I retire again with some more money?
Yes. Let me tell you this. When I walked away from my job in the first 7 months, I owned $250,000 of real estate.
That's enough to retire with.
And now I own over $1 million in real estate. I'm not rich, guys. I mean, I didn't start off rich.
But you're comfortable now. You do have a question. Mm-hmm. Cherie says, how much do you need to get started?
Sure. Okay. So are you talking about the class? What, Cherie? Real estate? Properties?
I think she might be talking about how do you find Cherie, can you clarify that, please? And then she has another question, says, how do you find those properties that are only $1?
That's a great question, sis. I teach my mentees and my students how to do that. If I only gave a little bit of information here, it would still be confusion. But I have people that even want to give me properties.
Oh.
And I will tell you, this can happen no matter, in most states. You can buy land and even houses for that amount. And so I do teach you how to do that, where to look, how to look for those opportunities. And so Desiree says, do you help find rental properties in the state? Yes, all of my clients, I have very few clients in my state, and most of my clients are out of state. And I teach you where to look in your state, how to pick the right houses, and if those particular houses are the right ones for you, depending on your plan. And my mentees, they actually take me in the properties with them, with FaceTime, all of that. We do all the research. So I definitely show you in your state where you're going to find properties, and my mentees come to my state to buy. Now I can tell you there's properties everywhere. You have a problem, and you're in California, you can buy, but you got to be rich. You're gonna buy $1 million properties. California and New York is probably gonna be the hardest places to find those really low cost properties, but it can be done. So in that case, if you want to create wealth, sometimes you got to create wealth in another state. Don't let a state stop you from creating wealth. And Shanaja said, is credit a factor? How does your credit have to be to start? In some situations, you don't even need credit. If you're wholesaling, they never even asked you your social security number or your credit score. There's so many ways to get properties where it's not based on your credit, even flipping. But you never know until you get in the class, and I break all those ways down for you. In some situations, if you're going to go out and buy a big 100-unit apartment, then yeah, you might need some credit. But we're talking about properties that are yours, that are cash cows for you, that are paying you every month, that are simple and easy, because I'm a baby boom. I want less stress. I want it easy.
Here's another question. It says, if you want to start investing, do you have an amount of do you have to have an amount of savings I should have on hand to be able to start?
No, it just depends. It just depends. You could have zero. There are ways that I can show you to get into properties with no money in your bank account.
Chiquita, what is the link to your class again?
Really, I have the link for my call is bit.ly retire me 2020.
Okay.
The link to that 14-week course is bit.ly TKO 2020.
Okay.
And I am discounting it for the next few weeks.
Okay.
So there's so many ways to get into real estate, whether you have money or no money. Dr. Cynthia, Dr. Cynthia, your question was explained. Okay, any other questions?
I just have one about flipping houses. How did you get into flipping houses?
Well, in 2006, I started buying them in 2008. But every woman loves real estate. Mm-hmm. That's what's so good. Every woman loves real estate, and you see those before and afters. And so the first house was in 2006. My daughter's a real estate agent. I'm not an agent, ladies. I'm just an investor. You do not need a license to do real estate, to buy properties. You do not need a license. You don't need a license to wholesale either. And so we always wanted to flip. So we flipped our first house in 2006. And it's kind of contagious. When you first do it, you want to keep doing it. Yeah, we made a lot of mistakes, and we learned a lot. We learned a lot from those mistakes. And so those are the things that I teach in the class, those mistakes, because the best investor is just use one house for making a lot of mistakes and losing a lot of money. And so the first house, we didn't do everything right, but we learned a lot. So we're getting ready to do house number 17.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Ola. That's a great question.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Chiquita, that was awesome. You know why? Because I don't want to go work in Walmart. I don't want to be the lady. I don't want to be the lady who has the scariest who has the scariest house on the corner. Ooh. You know how the little kids be out there throwing rocks at your house and stuff. I don't want to be that lady.
Right. We laughing about it now, but that's a reality.
Or you have a nice home, like you said, you have a nice home, but you don't have money to fix your home up, or to keep it up. Or you have your home and you want to do other things. You want to travel, sit on the beach, all of that good stuff. And you can't do that. You don't want to be house poor. So I agree with you. And I also agree with you when you said that ladies love real estate. It's just something about buying and selling and exchanging properties and things like that.
It's exciting. It excites you.
It is, because it's something you got to create and to make work.
Right. Now it's work. It's work, but it's exciting and it's fulfilling. And I really truly believe it's the only way for a woman to create a lot of wealth quickly. But there's a lot of things you have to do that I teach to make sure you can set it and forget it.
So I have a question. So for somebody who wants to get started in the real, what's the first thing you have them do as far as getting involved in real estate?
The first thing I want to do is we need to sit down and talk. Okay. Because everything that you thought is probably wrong. Yeah. And everybody and a lot of investors invest differently. And I'm going to show you what's made me successful for all these years, my point of view. And I need to sit down and see where your head is and kind of give you a different point of view of what to look at, where to look at. And sometimes people say they don't have anything to invest, but they do. But they're just thinking of it differently. Yeah, and I don't want to give too much here because I don't want to confuse you. But when you're in my class, we deal with that.
Yeah, I understand. People need to know that, because when I think of real estate, investing in real estate, first thing I think about just going out and buying a bunch of houses. That's what a lot of people consider investing in real estate, just going out and buying a bunch of houses. They don't realize what all is involved in it. So that's right. Why I asked it.
What I do is I teach from the time you buy it till you step up on it, to the door locks, to everything in it, to make sure you're not getting called in the middle of the night, that your tenant is paying you, that it's not going to be a headache for you. Long-term tenants, educating your tenants. Your tenants may not ever know you own that property, and they don't have to know. Only thing you do is wait on the check. If you're going to manage it yourself, I teach you that. If you want to put it in a management company, because you never want to see it. You just want to see the money. Yeah. Yeah. So those are the things that I teach in the class.
All right. Chiquita, thank you so much. That was mind blowing. That was awesome. That was awesome.
You're welcome, ladies. I hope I helped somebody. But we ladies have to own something. We really do. And no matter what's going on in the world, you have to own something that's yours and nobody can ever take. The house that you're paying that 30-year mortgage on, I hate to tell you this, it's not yours. It's the bank's. It's the bank's until you pay it off the next 30 years.
And you know what I really like what you said, Chiquita, about recession proofing your life after work. Most people don't. No. They think that little retirement that they gonna get them, for the rest of their life, they're gonna be able to live on that, and they really can't. The way things keep going up and up. And like now we're in a pandemic. If you hadn't planned to recession proof your life after work, right now, a lot of people don't have jobs. Well, that money they were depending on. But like you said, if they get the retirement, the real estate, and they can recession proof, so they don't have to worry about pandemics or any kind of demic, they'll have money to live for the rest of their life.
People are gonna always need a place to live. Yeah. As long as it's set up correctly, you never have to worry about getting your rent on time. And I have a great system for that.
Well, thank you so much for giving us those little nuggets tonight. We just really enjoyed that presentation, and I hope enough people on here listening where they can contact you and get involved in the real estate. And it made me think, I'm like, I might want to do that.
So, I'm registered for her class. I'm excited
to register.
Yeah, we're starting next week, open enrollment for the next 2 weeks. Rose is in. I'm excited. I'd love to teach this class. I tell you, I really love real estate. And once you get your first property, you're going to you're going to be you like, I got to have another one. And it depends on, some people have 100 properties. You know, you can just have one property can save you.
Mm.
I'm excited.
One property. Yes.
This
All right,
is
ladies,
great.
I'm going to get out of here because I don't want to stay over my time, because I know we got some fierce speakers coming up behind me.
Yeah, but thank you once again, Chiquita. We just really appreciate you, taking the time out to share with us what you have to offer. So God bless you.
Right. And I see Desra says somebody's already scheduled a call. Go ahead and get on my schedule. Let me tell you this, ladies. If my schedule puts you too far out because it's booked, DM me. DM me that you want to call, because I don't want the schedule to be so full that I can't talk to you for a week and a half from now. I want to talk to you now, this weekend, and whenever you want to talk to me, I want to talk to you. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to hang out in the green room.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Guess what, y'all? We have coming up next. You say you may want to try to invest or take the class and invest in real estate, but you may be afraid. You say, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can finish it. I don't know if I can follow through with it. Or you may say, I want to create me a wealth plan, but I just don't have the courage to do it. Well, who we have coming up next is our resident fear fighter, Miss Verlyn Randolph. Give her a big round of applause and welcome her in the room.
Welcome, Miss Verlyn.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And Coach Danielle, I thank you for another opportunity to just share with the ladies, to share with the people, because that's what it's about, loving and sharing with one another. So, without further ado, I have attempted, because see, all you have to do is attempt. It doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be pristine. As long as you attempt, you make that attempt to do better or to do something, and you're on your way to winning. So therefore, I'm on my way to winning, trying to do PowerPoint. So just one moment, please.
You got it.
Okay, then you don't have my glasses on. Where I go, Rose?
Slideshow.
Okay. Slideshow.
Play from
At the top.
Oh, right. Go over to your left from the beginning.
It's the first one. No, the first one.
Yeah, right
there.
there.
You go.
I thank you for your help, because see, that's what we do.
That's right.
And I worked hard, and I thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
So what I need to do is
Take it away.
So again, good evening. My name is Verlyn Smith Randolph, and this evening I'll be speaking with you about don't quit on you. Whatever you do, don't quit on you. So we're going to recession-proof your future by winning over fear. And how do we do that? See, we're going to win over fear, because you're not going to quit on you. And if I have anything to do with it, you won't quit on you. And COVID-19, this invisible enemy that no one can see. It's in the air. It's everywhere. We can't see it, but we fear it. We fear it. And it's scary. And I believe it's real. So we wear fear every day. And the thing about it, it's not just you. It's not your own personal fear, just your personal fear. Everybody fears it. because we can't control it. And what does fear do? It takes control. It takes control. And once it has you, it makes you feel as though you're done. It's over. You can't beat it. But that's not true. Don't quit on you. You go outside. We're afraid to go out. We all masked up. We can't stand to hear somebody sneeze or cough or get too close. And rightfully so, because we have to protect ourselves. But you know what else it did? It instilled fear in us. Just to go out on your backyard, your deck, your balcony, your porch. Fear is in the air. I've noticed it. But we can't let it control us. We can't do it. It's affected our economy. It's affected our babies getting educated, which is very near and dear to me. Who's going to teach the babies? So mommies are worried now because they have to go to work. You used to drop the babies off at the daycare take them to school, or either you may have been fortunate enough to be able to take them to school and proceed and go on to work, pick them up and come home. There's no more of that. So now you worry about who's going to keep your babies because they're home and they still need their education. So now you're feeling like the pressures of COVID. Am I going to be able to keep my job? Who's going to care for my children in my absence? A gallon of milk is now $5. The box of cereal is $4. I have to feed them now because they're home all day. What am I going to do? The fear is setting in. The job wants to cut back hours because the governor wants to cut back the population in these buildings and workplaces. So now your hours are cut back. The baby's not going to school. The bills need to be paid because they're not cut back. What are we going to do? Fear is setting in now. That changes your entire daily routine. What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. So fear is beginning to talk to you now. Girl, don't worry about it. You know you can't make the money anyway. They're going to end up firing you. You might as well stay home with the babies. It's not going to get any better. You might as well just give up, take your shoes off, kick them off, sit on the couch and watch TV. That's fear having that conversation with you. May not be exactly like that. But fear will hold an ongoing conversation with you in your mind that'll cause so much doubt and uncertainty that you won't know whether you're going or coming. But still, you have to take care of the babies. You have to try to make sure the bills are paid, make everything just right for everybody. For everybody. But you're over here falling apart because your routine has changed. You don't know what to do. But what you cannot do is quit on you. Because quitting just isn't an option. Sometimes we feel as though this is all I can do. What else is there for me to do? Oh, sweetheart, there's other things you can do. My name is Verlyn Smith Randolph, and I am the Rose of Audacity, the owner and creator of the Rose of Audacity, Amazon #1 best-selling author, certified life coach, certified fear-fighting confidence coach, the co-host of the BYOB morning show, the brainchild of the illustrious Danielle Patterson Winningham, and I'm a co-lead of the Free Women's Volunteers. How can I help you? I can help you by helping you get involved with something else. Because let me tell you a story before I go there. This just dropped in my spirit, this story that I had. There was a lady, a woman, had a great paying job. She loved her job. She had the perfect marriage, 2 daughters. He worked for the federal government and she worked for private industry. They bought the home, the cars, taking vacations, just had a good old time, living life. The babies were happy, we were happy. And this thing called life kicked in. Life happened to her. No more good marriage, because he's gone. The car's still there. The house is there. The children are there. She has a car accident on her way to work. Totals the car. She can't work now. She has a mortgage. She has 2 babies. And now she has a rental car sitting in the driveway because she can't drive it because she messed her back and legs and upper extremities up in a car accident. What is she going to do? She was the happiest woman. You know how I don't know, in the workplace, we had this lady who was just so happy all the time. And she was one of them. Happy all the time, just loving on people and greeting them and encouraging them and inspiring them. And life happened to her, of all people. But now she can't work. And the girls are looking at her like, Mommy, it's going to be okay. When your babies encourage you. But she didn't know what she was going to do. The bills got behind, and needless to say, she lost the home. She had to move with her mom and still raise her girls. She was there for about 2 years. Long story short, the fear set in, and she didn't believe that it was going to get any better because that fear manifested in her mind. And then once you start believing it, when it tells you you can't do, you won't do, you might as well just give up because it's not going to happen. She always believed she could have more and do more because she didn't. But those positive thoughts left because that 4-letter word, that bully, fear, set in. And she lost practically everything because she didn't believe. She didn't believe anymore because she was stuck with why me. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that woman was me. That was me. And sometimes things and situations will break you down so low so that you can rebuild from the bottom up. So it's not about your good job you had. It's about what you're going to do now. It's not about the house that you had that you lost. It's about building and buying a new house, getting another. It's not about being sad because you had pain in your body. It's about doing the best that you can right now, right today. Because see, you can have all the money in the world and be sick. Need a bottle of water. That money can't go get that bottle of water across the room for you. It can't do it. It can pay somebody to go get the bottle and bring you the water, but they're going to come when they get ready. They have options. I can go now, or I can take it to her later. Don't let fear rope you in so bad that you can't see your way out. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out, and you can win during this recession. All things are possible if you believe. And with the Rose of Audacity, this was created because of what I went through. And I prayed, if he lift me up from where I would help everyone I could. My prayer every day is, help me to have a positive effect and make a difference in someone else's life today. And I hope I do that for someone this evening. So I can help you become a certified fear fighting coach. Or I can help you help someone else regain their confidence. I can help you with that because I know oh so well firsthand. I lived it. I have courses now, and I'm happy to say things are in such a better place. I couldn't even imagine where I am right now. I couldn't think of that 5 years ago. Even prior to the things that happened to me, I wasn't thinking like this. I was like, well, what can I do now? I don't have a job. I don't know what to do. All I know how to do is love on people, encourage people. I don't know what else I'm going to do. But a coach said to me, use what you got. And I said, I don't have anything. She said, yes, you do. Still, I wasn't believing. But I know now. Use what you have and you can win. Because what you have, nobody else can take from you. The only thing they can take is fear can get a hold of your mind and attack your mind once you start believing the conversations that it has with you on a daily basis. When it tells you you can't, you say, yes, I can. When it tells you you won't, you say, yes, I will. You confront that thing. Better still, give it a name. Give it a name. And every time it raises its ugly little head, you call it, her, whatever, by that name. And whatever it says to you, you turn that thing around positive. Because it's a mind thing. It's a mindset. Just like happy, being happy is a state of mind. Fear is also a state of mind. And fear will make you sick. Fear will take you away from here. It'll cause you so much disease in your body. Thus the word disease. But if we don't do anything with it, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. You will get sick. May it be emotionally or just internally. It can make you sick, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be. You can win. Just tell yourself every day I can win. For every little tiny step you take today, that's powerful. Tomorrow, try two. Try two. And just walk towards your future because your future belongs to you. You don't let anyone else dictate your future. Even when you work in a job, they're going to pay you what they think you were. But how much do you think you're worth? How much do you think you are worth? So over here at the Rose of Audacity, we will help you become a certified coach. You can join our membership where we meet monthly. And you learn all types of tools and strategies as to how to fight your fear. in a safe environment with like-minded women. Because trust and believe, you are not by yourself. You are not the only one. 8 out of 10 women will not admit that they deal with fear on a daily basis. They won't admit it. I didn't admit it either. I thought I was fine till the anxiety started setting in and everything else started setting in. And then your babies are watching you all along. All along, your children are watching. That's what helped bring me out. I didn't want my girls to see me hurt like that and to give up. I had to win. It took a little bit. It wasn't easy, but I made it. I fought through, and you can too. And if not you, a loved one, a girlfriend, you're helping them anyway. Most women are always encouraging. They're the go-to person to solve the problem. You're the one who always giving a helping hand. You're the one who never uses her no. Oh, sweetheart, but when you find your no, that right there alone is liberating. When you find your no. I learned to say to people, because I was that yes girl, that yes lady. Oh, she'll do it. Via do it. She'll do it. And I did. I did. Until I learned to serve and give from my saucer instead of my cup. Because see, at the end of the day, I was empty because I served from my cup. But when I found my no, I was able to tell them, I need you to accept my anointed no, just like you so readily and easily accept my anointed yes. And when I said that thing and I believed it, it made a world of difference in my life and in my mind, how I thought about things, how I began to process things. And I was able to tell that fear no. If you have to get up every day and tell it no, you just tell it no. Call it by the name, no, and that's it, and move on. Don't spend a lot of time there with it because it already feels like it's stronger than you, and in most cases it is. Tell it no. Call it by name, tell it no, and go ahead and do what you're going to do. Because you can win and you will win. You can even become a brand ambassador here at Rose of Audacity. There's a number of things you can get involved with here. Because I am determined to make a difference, if it's one woman at a time. I was told that I feel like I can save the world. You've been like that all your life because people will speak ill over you. And we start believing what they say to and about you. And then the fear and the anxiety again, the confidence, the head dropping. You don't believe, you want to stay to yourself, closed off. It doesn't have to be. Again, I'll tell you, you can win over fear. Don't let it take you away from here. Don't let it help you to just miss out on so much in life. Don't do it. Because you deserve better and you can have better. And as I said, it's a state of mind. It's a mindset. But you have to be taught how. You have to be taught how. This month on November 2nd, Rose of Audacity's first anniversary. She's a year old. This was my baby. Someone said, write about your pain. Write about your pain. Write it out and you'll feel better. Write it out. Put it on paper. I didn't believe it again, but I began to write because I was determined I was going to win. And I wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote, but it was just one section, one chapter in this book I couldn't get past. I just couldn't get past it. I would cry and roll and snot and just be just undone. And I have a publisher. My publisher said, if I have to come to you and rip that book out of your hand, I will do it. And you know what? I believed. I was mad with her, but I believed she would do it. And the thing about it was 14 chapters. It was 14 chapters long, but it was just one chapter that I couldn't get past. And that one chapter is the Rose of Audacity. That's just one chapter out of the entire book that was published, because that was the hardest thing for me to fight because of fear. Because of what people spoke over me. Not so much physically done to me, it was what they spoke over me. Rose of Audacity. When I let it go, it freed me. Just that one chapter. And it became an Amazon bestseller. And I'm so proud of her. She's my baby. I encourage you to write. Do whatever it takes for you to win. Don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt yourself. But at some time or another, you have to do something for you. You give all day anyway. So at the end of the day, you can start winning by saving just a little bit for you. Just a little bit. Just a little bit for you, whatever it is. If you decide to just take a pen and paper and say, girl, you look good. Girl, I love you. Girl, you did that. Girl, you are worthy. Whatever encourages and inspires you. Because when you say it like that and you're depressed and the fear is in, if that's you, it's time to get your happy back. It's time to get your happy back. And it's possible to do that. And the thing about it is not happy according to what mommy might think my happy is. It's not happy according to what the husband or the boyfriend or the children think my happy should be. That happy belongs to you. And when you go out there and you seek your happy, you be determined that you're not going to feel this way anymore, you're winning. You're winning. So during this recession, you can do what you know how to do and make it work for you. If your job cuts your hours, what did you learn at work? What do you do for that person every day that you can't do for you? You can turn it around and make it work for you. You can do it. Because see, the thing is, winning doesn't always mean who's the fastest. So if it takes you a while to pull yourself back up and get back on your feet and get things done, okay, at least you did it. At least you're making progress towards winning your future. It's all possible. So again, I invite you all to celebrate with me my first anniversary of Rose of Audacity. You can go to bit.ly, Rose Bundle 20, and you will receive not just the Rose of Audacity book itself, but the accompanying journal. She has a companion journal with her, and they both are $20.20. That's the anniversary price. Also, I welcome you to schedule a call with me, Coach V. If you're ready to fight your fears and you're ready to learn how to do it, or you just want to become a fear fighting coach or a confidence coach, you can go to bit.ly Fear No More. That's bit.ly.fearknow more. And schedule a call with me. I'll be more than happy to speak with you. More than happy to speak with you. My passion is loving on people and encouraging people and just helping them to win. And if I can help you to win, whatever your win is, whatever your beautiful is, I want to be able to do that. And in turn, prayerfully, you'll be able to take that and help another. So, in conclusion, I just want to say you can win. You can win over fear and anything that we put our minds to. And I'm saying, yes, we. Anything is possible if you believe. And I want you to go out there and fight your fears. Fight your fears. The first law of nature is what? Self-preservation. So you got to save you. You have to be your own first responder. Because in a lot of cases today, before people reach out and help you, they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about how bad you're doing. So therefore, you put on your life jacket. You suit yourself up every day, whatever it is, and you fight your fear, just one step at a time. And I'm telling you, you can defeat that bully. You can do it. So I love you all, and I thank you so much for your time, Coach Danielle. I thank you for, again, the opportunity. And give me a call, bit.ly, Fear No More, or go and order your book, The Rose of Audacity, and her companion journal. Oh, Lord, I forgot. I got so nervous. Her companion journal, The Audacity to Bloom. Thank you again. And Rosie, I thank you. Thank you, ladies. I don't know if I went over my time, but
Woo!
Did y'all hear my business?
You have set some people free tonight.
Did y'all hear my business, bestie?
Yo, you have set people free in your transparency.
oh yeah.
We thank you for your transparency. That is moving because it's so easy to lose your way and to lose your voice. It really is. And you have set a bunch of people free tonight over here in the chat.
They going.
Whew. And happy first anniversary.
Yes, we thank you.
That
It's
was
so exciting because you want to do it, but you won't do it because fear is in the way.
You have questions. You have a question here in the chat.
Sure.
Janadra says, first off, you just preached. I may not be able to make it through the rest of the show, but my question is, what are the top 3 fears you run across in your clients?
They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in themselves. And they don't believe in themselves because they have allowed others to instill so much negativity into them, into their person, that they began to believe it. They don't believe in themselves. They won't ask for help because by asking for help is admitting that there's a problem. Right? And then once those are the top 2. Those are the top 2. Those are the heavyweights right there. And 3, I would say they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go. They don't know where to start. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Shanedra.
Make sure you all reach out to Verlin and schedule a call with her. so that you can fear no more. Well, y'all, Verlinda shut it down, but we have another speaker coming behind her. Miss Stephanie. Let me bring her on in to the room here.
Thank you, Miss Berlin.
Thank
I
you.
am already
you
here,
all so
ma'am.
much.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
hello, hello.
There she is. I was thinking to myself, she doesn't need me to bring her in. She probably bring herself in.
I'm already here. Hey, Coach V, you did that daggum thing.
Oh, well, thank you.
You did that. Always
Thank
bring
you.
it. Hey, y'all, you guys have to understand. There's so many needs out in the world. There are so many wants out in the world. But at the end of the day, if you don't take action, it is for naught. Nothing will happen. Nothing will come to you. We're here at the Ultimate Wealth Retreat. And guys, if you have not shared the broadcast, let me put this out there. If you have not shared the broadcast, go share that broadcast right now. As Miss Ola says, right now. Go share the broadcast. People need to hear this. People need to be uplifted. We are in a pandemic, guys. We are headed in a recession, and we don't know how long we are going to be there. If you like sitting at home doing nothing, twiddling their thumbs, looking at Netflix TV and gaining all this pandemic weight, then hooray for you. But many of us do not like that spirit. And so if don't like it, that means you need to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is not for you, doesn't mean it's not for your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your grandma, your next door neighbor. It's for somebody. Do not sit here and just watch, because that's what happens. Too often, many of us sit here and we watch. And we do absolutely nothing. And we can call it fear. And 99% of the time it is fear. It manifests in all kinds of ways, but it doesn't have to. We have a fear fighter that can help you with that. I'm even going to talk up Chiquita. She didn't even say, this is her birthday month, guys. She's giving out some freebies. Y'all need to go follow her. Let me tell you, I had a major move in my life. Huge move in my life. Moved from a state that that was my home for some years. My whole family. I live in a place, there's zero family here. So I'm isolated in a sense. I'm all by myself out here. And when I made that decision to move, I also made the decision I was going to figure out what the 5%ers knew or the 1%er. I wanted to know what they knew, how they were generating all this wealth. And that's how we came across the word portfolio. So I started searching because I'm nosy Rosie. I wanted to know what was out there in the world. So I paid mega bucks, y'all. When I say mega, it's not small. It was crazy monies to get the knowledge. That didn't help me.
Didn't help you, yeah.
I'm going to put it out there. Y'all read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, to learn real estate. That's crazy when I had somebody who looked just like me, who could have done it, showed me, taken me by my hand, gone and got my first property without me spending all the money that I spent. Just to learn, not to buy property, y'all, not to buy a piece of nothing, just to learn how to do it. Do not sit by here and just watch. Yes, the ladies may be entertaining. Yes, I come all the time with a lot of energy. But guess what? We're also giving you knowledge. We're giving you things. We're giving you your out. If you've been sitting around trying to figure out what the heck am I going to do? I can't see the forest because of the trees. Then this is your time to do something about that. Make sure you guys go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Purchase the ticket. Guys, now if you are crying over $10.10 on a ticket that's going to set you free, something is terribly wrong. You need to reevaluate your whole situation. Because I'm going to tell you, it's already been said, Ebony was the one who be going out there. I was with you, Ebony. I was hanging. I was like, woo, woo. I would go out there and have all the fine dining, the fine clothes, the everything you could think of. That was me. Until I started learning what the rich folk do. And I'm not talking about just rich. I'm talking about the wealthy.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing, half the time you don't know there's a wealthy person standing right next to you. You know why? Because they don't want to be seen. Because the first thing on their mind is, if I dress up a certain way, if I wear this, that, if I drive this and that, guess what? I'm putting a target on myself. I just dropped you a nugget. But with the rest of us who have nothing, we'll run out and go buy the best of the best and spend the money, spend all we have on it. And it brings you nothing. It is not an investment. Don't fool yourself when you tell yourself, oh, I'm doing this it's an investment. Don't fool yourself.
Going out there buying them cheap hearses, the Coach bag.
The knockoffs too, and paying god awful money for knockoffs.
But don't have any money to put in it.
Gotta do better.
I know this because that was me too.
That won't me, but I know plenty of folks that do.
Look, I dropped the whole bag on the bag. Couldn't even barely afford that bag, but I had the bag in my garage on my fly. Ooh.
Now, I'm not trying to dog out all these other people that you guys think can set you free and think can tell you what to do and think that they can give you all this business knowledge, and you pay all those thousands upon thousands of dollars, and then you catch yourself not in the same space. Yes, you have knowledge, but what are you going to do with it? How are you going to move? What are the next things you need to do? I'm going to be honest. I was that one. I spent monies. I just told you about real estate. That's not the only thing. It wasn't until I came into this community that I was told, okay, this is what you need to do with this. So since you know how to do this, then you do. This is what you do, step by step. I never had that. I thought I was going to get it. I thought I was paying into something that was going to help me get there, but that was not the case. So don't fool yourself when you see these brand names and they're telling you they're going to teach you how to get speaking gigs on stages. Don't be, all in awe and starstruck over these people that are going to tell you, oh, I'm going to teach you how to write your courses. Yeah, they may teach you a little bit about how to write your courses, but they're not going to tell you how to market it, how to sell it, how to push it, how to do a phone call to get someone to convert it for them to purchase that course. You're going to be stuck.
Come on now.
So don't sit here. And if you have not shared, again, I implore you to go share this broadcast and put #share in the comments. And I didn't mean to come on here and preach. You just hype me up, Coach V.
Y'all want to go ahead and drop your Cash App so we can pass the plate.
All right. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Amen.
Sing a song.
I think we need to pass the plate.
But Stephanie, what you just said, there's somebody out there need to hear that.
Y'all
Yes,
you all are setting people free tonight.
Yes, definitely.
You are setting people free tonight.
Yes, ma'am. And we have something for everybody. There's what we give in this whole wealth retreat. There is something for everyone.
Meet you where you are.
And like Berlene said, that fear that you have to get involved, scratch it, So get your happy back. That's what Berlene said. Get that happy back.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right.
You try to please everybody else and you're not doing nothing for yourself. You need to do something for yourself. Like I always say, do it right now. Don't wait. Right now.
Listen.
You gotta do it right now, You know what right now means. Everybody know what right now means. That means
Rent it all.
Yeah, it means right now you go to www.blackgirlsprofit.com and spend that $10.10. Like I said, someone's out there eating tonight and they spend like $50 just to eat something. Probably didn't even taste good.
I picked up a salad and a sandwich tonight. That was $16.
You have $10.
Before Miss V goes, I wanted to say thank you so much for being so vulnerable, because that's a lot of our stories and a lot of our future stories if we don't do something about it. One thing I've always said is that I'm no better than any other female, because nobody goes into a marriage thinking they're going to get a divorce. I've always said I got to make sure I got my own back, because at the end of the day, it's mama's babies, papa's maybe. And I just never wanted to be in a position where I would have to beg.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really thank you for being vulnerable with that, because I feel as if a lot of women, whether they're going through it or not, we know somebody that's going through it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys could please give her referrals. Drop them names for her, because that right there can really help out a fellow sister who is going through it and don't really understand what she has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't really understand until we get in them situations where we legit get into these marriages and we depend on our partners. Half the time, we don't even understand how dependable on our partners we are. So her story is so relatable, and it really humbles me. And it makes me look at you differently, because wow, you are seriously amazing. And you went against. I bet you he looking at you like, God damn, I can't hold her back. Dang. Joke's on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Berlin, before I go, I just want to thank you, because I actually took the Fear Fighter class, and those 3 weeks that I spent with you, it's like, wow, I didn't realize how much fear I had in me until you said name that fear. I named it, and I said, get on out of my face, So, that really helped me. And my biggest thing, like I was like everybody else, you doing everything for everybody else. You never stop to do anything for yourself. And I just took that class. I'm like, I'm doing for me. It's all about me right now. I haven't done everything for everybody else, and that's my time. So I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm doing it for myself. And so I just want to thank you.
Thank you
for giving me help me get that courage to want to just drop it and do what I got to do.
And you feel better, right?
Yeah, I feel so much better.
And once you find, you tell them no. You can't just keep on, because when you tell them no, I think that was kind of something Miss Ola and I really had in common. Exercising your no and mean it. They're going to go to someone else and find it.
And that's what I found. I tell somebody no, and they figured out how to do it. Because I feel like you feel like you got to do it because they asked you. But then when I say no, they figured out how to get it done on their own. So I'm like, well, hey, no. That's me.
That's it. And after a while, they'll accept it, and they may not even ask you again, which is fine too.
Yeah.
So
Ola over here remixing songs. No. No. I'm sorry.
Usually it's me singing a song. I ain't gonna sing tonight.
So you want to hear it? Here you go.
Yep, I wrote a song about it. You want to hear it? Here you go. Stephanie, you want us to get out the room so you can go?
If y'all like.
Okay. Thank you, ladies, again.
Excellent.
Hello, everybody. Again, I didn't mean to jump on here and just start preaching right away, but I was just feeling it. Coach B, she does that to everybody. She just makes us move in certain ways. But that's not what I was originally here for. I am here to talk about recession-proofing your salary. So let's jump right on in. I'm going to share my screen with you. And again, if you haven't done so already, please share the broadcast. Share it out. Sharing is caring. And if you have not purchased your ticket, go purchase. And we keep saying $10.10, but you need a coupon. You want me to tell you? I'm a whisper, so you got to lean in. It's a coupon code, okay? You got to put SAVE, SAVE 10 in there. SAVE, all capital letters. 10, SAVE 10. That'll get you $10 off. So go get it. Go get your ticket. Go get your ticket. Why is that important? Because it'll give you all the replays. And you can go watch them over and over and over. Repeat. You can slow it down. You do whatever you want, but if you have it forever. So go get it. It'll save your soul. I'm telling you, it'll save you. So I'm Stephanie Lane, and I'm here to talk about recession-proof your salary. I am the co-founder of Black Women's Career Council, and I'll talk a little more about that as we go through this. But these are those people these are those of us who are still working. Us women, our boss babes, you know, high-heeled chicks that are still in the workforce, killing it. Now, right now, we might not be dressing for the occasion because we're at home. And right now, Coach has a TikTok challenge out there. I don't know if you guys know it, if you're paying attention to the newsletter that goes out every day. There's a TikTok challenge about, you know, women who are, you know, dressing up, whatever business you're in. Most of us, waist down, it's a different story, but we look great on top, right? But again, we're going to talk about recession proofing your salary. So right now, it's an all virtual world. Everything is virtual. Things are brick and mortars. People didn't think this was going to happen, and all of a sudden we were forced into a virtual world due to COVID-19. Okay, and so in the middle of this pandemic, a lot of shifts had to occur. A lot of things had to take place in order for people to keep up their success. Now, some people were able to pivot. Some businesses were able to pivot. Others were not. And as you can see, a lot of brick and mortars are closing. They're closing. And not only are they closing because of them not able to create stability through the virtual world, but because most businesses, most organizations, they already project year upon year. Usually they do a 5-year projection. And then a 3-year projection and a 1-year projection. If you guys don't know this, that's what they do, okay? And when they do those projections, they can kind of somewhat foresee what the economy is going to be. Well, in the midst of a pandemic, anything catastrophic, you already know that something else bigger is going to affect the economy. When money is not being circulated, that means something is going to happen. And in order for us to recover, you have to go down to go up. That's just the way things, if you look at stocks, if you look at anything else, heck, weather, it has to go down and before it comes back up. It's just it's a part of science, okay? It's the laws of the world and the universe and the way things work. And so why is this so important about you knowing how to network online is because this is what's going to be for the probably until something else happens. Right? Until a change of course, but this is it for right now. So why should you network online? Because that's what you have. It's at your fingertips. It is very resourceful. And guess what? Not only is it a resource and a tool for you to use, but guess you can expand your reach sitting right there at your home. You can be in a totally different country like that. You can be networking. You can see your dream job or your dream business or what you want to do for the rest of your life. And it's not where you're currently residing. So you can get right here on a computer, you can get on your cell phone, and you can just start networking wherever you want to anchor yourself. And if you don't know this, here's a nugget. For corporate women, career women, women in business, your networking is what sustains you. The more people you know, because it's a numbers game, the more people you know, the more you can reach out to folk, the more you can talk to people, that builds your network. So when you want to advance, when you want to go somewhere, when you want to be introduced to someone, you have people that you've been talking to, that you've been networking with, engaging with, building friendships with, that can assist you. That is so super important as a woman in business. It gives you the ability to meet and work with a variety of people. And guess what? Not only in your industry, but outside of your industry. Why is that important? How many of us are not working in the field that you were professionally trained in? Many of us have 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, and we're not operating in that because no longer does our world tend to move in that fashion anymore. We don't operate that way. People are not hired based on our degrees. We're hired by our experiences, right? We're hired by what someone else within our network says we've done for them, and so forth, right? Now, our credentials, they do help. I'm not saying they don't. They do help, but many of us are not operating. Even once you get that job, you're generally not using what you've learned in college or any other program, post-secondary program. You're operating generally off of your own skill set. So that's why it's important, because you might end up in an industry that was not one that you were formally trained in. And you may want to take a different course in your career. And in order to do that, you've got to meet a lot of different people. It puts you in the driver's seat. When you network from home, in your pajamas, in the comfort of your home, it allows you to say who, when, and where. Now, many people who know me, some of the ladies in our community, my absolute fabulous, and these boots remind me of it, movie that is my all-time favorite. It's my go-to movie. It is Pretty Woman. And I love the part where when she's getting picked up and she goes down and walks down to the car and she turns her back and she says, I say who, and I say when, and I say who. It allows you to control your narrative, your story, who you want to talk to. No longer is it when you go into work that someone is dictating to you, you need to collaborate with this group or this person or this partnering organization, or I need you to do this. It's more of you dictating. Now, I would like to work with this group or this person or this organization, and this is how I'm going to function, and this is how I'm going to show up, and this is how I'm going to show them that I'm a value add to that community. You show up. You are in control at all times. Then also, being online now, it removes any barriers you could face from an inside the box of a 9-to-5, y'all. How many of you out there, you can put in the chat, how many of you out there have been working in a job and you felt like you were stuck? It felt like people were picking over you. People were getting promoted. You were the one training folk. You knew you were qualified, but yet they weren't recognizing you for the work that you were doing, but knew you were dependable. They knew you would show up every day. They knew you would stay and do the job and get it till it's done. And if you're tired of that, if you are sick and tired of that, put in the chat, I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired of being that one. So have you ever been afraid to ask your worth prior to getting your job or during an annual review? Has that been you? That means when you're going to get a job and they offer you a salary, have you ever negotiated? Have you ever stopped to think, you know, I don't have to accept this just because they're giving this and offering this and they slide the piece of paper over across the table to you, that you have to jump and say yes. Matter of fact, I encourage people, don't do that. Now, if you want more details on how to handle that situation, that's a different conversation we need to have. But you have control of that as well. But many of us are too afraid, and we think if we don't accept it right then and there, that they're going to give the job to someone else. But you have to understand that you went through a whole interview process, and there were other people that were in that interview process, and they chose you, and they chose you because they saw something in you. So you have to understand that you now have power to make the decision on, do you want that salary or not? But we're too afraid to speak up, and we don't. And many of us will just sign the paperwork upon receipt. And then there's those of us who know we've been killing it. We've been faithful to that job. Heck, we've missed soccer games. We've missed family nights out at the schools, at the elementary schools. We missed family gatherings because we had work to do, because we had a project that was due. I had a presentation. And the only time I could connect with another organization was on the weekend. So I had to go to work just to do that work. And we miss out. Many of us hurt our marriages because we put work first. But yet, come the annual review, you're too scared to open up your mouth to say what you're worth because you're afraid of what might happen. Have you had difficulties trying to show your value add to your organization to earn a position that you want? Did you not know how to do it? Did you not know that there is a system, there is a strategy for that? Have you ever looked around and you know they keep calling on these particular people to do certain things, and you're trying to figure out, well, I've been really trained at that. I'm astute at that. How come they haven't called on me? It's all about positioning. Do you know how to navigate corporate America to create the career you desire? Because so many people let careers happen to them instead of you creating your own career. You can set your own path. You can design it however you want. You do get a choice. You get to get, again, like Pretty Woman, you get to say who. You get to say when, and ultimately you get to say who. You don't have to take what is given to you. You need to understand you have options. So let's talk about a little data. Did you know only 22% of women in corporate America are in leadership positions? 22%. That means there's too many of us fighting our own fears, as Coach V explained. There's too many of us not pushing ahead. There's too many of us are not demanding our worth. There's too many of us not networking the way we need to be networking. Now, I'm not talking about extending yourself, and I'm not talking about doing things that you shouldn't be doing. I'm talking about appropriately and professionally. And then for African American women, guess what? That statistic goes way down. It doesn't even hit the teens, guys. And you're probably wondering why I feel passionately about this, right? I'm like really going in. And you need to understand, because everything that I'm telling you are the hard knock lives that I had to live. Those are my hard knocks. And I don't want any other woman to have to do all of what I did to prove themselves, because you don't. You don't. I've done for-profit, non-profit, you name it, his profit, their profit. I've done it. And it took me a while to figure it out. It took me longer than it should have to figure it out. But you guess what? I was watching other women and they were doing the same thing. So, when, you do as the Romans do, so you fall in line. And then you start seeing, well, wait a minute. Most of the women are not getting promoted around here. What is up with this? But yet we're running the world. What is going on? So I do know how you feel if you fall into any of those categories I mentioned earlier. I know exactly how you feel. Again, I had a difficult time climbing that corporate ladder. I was that smart one. I was that, not bragging, I was the one that everyone came to. I was the one that would hold a department down. I was the one that if a newbie was coming in, they wanted me to train. And yet there were times where they would give the one that I just trained a higher ranking position. Why? Because I didn't open up my mouth. And in the beginning, fresh out of college, guys, I didn't know. I did not know. What I shared with you guys earlier, that I could open my mouth and say, you know what, that's too low. I don't want to accept that amount. I need something different in my life. I'm heading this way. I'm going this way, and this will keep me at a level that won't propel me to where I need to go. But again, we get too scared. We get too afraid. We don't think we can say something. We don't think we have negotiating power. And you forget they came for you. If you are chosen and you're sitting at the seat, you have some power now. And then what ends up happening? We get underpaid, we get undervalued and overworked, and we still take the job, and we still go to work, and we still miss out on all the important things in life. And we will sit in traffic forever to get to work and to get home. And we do it 5 days a week. Does any of this sound familiar? I'm sure it does. But guess what? There's hope. So at the Black Women's Career Council, it is coming in a city near you. You need to get on board. You need to get on board with the Career Women's Council. It's for you. And guys, there's been so much research put into this that I'm going to tell you, there's no organization right now currently out there that's going to support you the way we've designed this Career Council to support you. There's not one that's going to help you and give you all the strategies, the network that you need to keep moving forward as you choose to stay in the career industry. Now, we have a four-pronged approach to getting what Black women really need, and it's for Black women. I'm going to put that out there just for you. We help Black women receive the pay they demand. Why? Because we're always underpaid. We overspend. We spend the most money in the world, and yet we make the least. Number two, we help Black women get the promotions they deserve. Number three, we help Black women get the position they desire. If you want it, we want it for you too. Number four, we help Black women leverage relationships within the community to create options for your future. So guess what? Guess what? You had all these women been presenting. This is day 3 of the Wealth Retreat. You have options. You will have a community. So if you decide, hey, they're not doing anything that I've asked for. I've opened my mouth. I demanded this. This is my desire, and I deserve this. Then guess what? You have options. You can make a decision. And that's another fear fighter. You might say, you might think because the 9 to 5 keeps you stable in your home, it keeps the paychecks coming in. Well, guess what? You will find a way to cushion yourself so that you can look in the eye of that employer, that supervisor, whomever, and say, you know what? I don't want this. This is not for me. And be comfortable walking away. So you have options, and we explore what those options are. So in order for you guys to be notified about leader positions and brand ambassadors and even membership, go to bit.ly/careerwomen20. Again, bit.ly/careerwomen20. You don't want to get left behind with this, guys. The support is here. You deserve it. You are phenomenally woman. And if no one has told you that, I'm telling you that today. You are phenomenal. So go to bit.ly/careerwomen20. And guess what? At the end of the day, you do not want to be in a position where you're still waiting on a handout from the government. Be your own stimulus. Create your own plan and become recession proof. All right, guys, my ladies. Do we have any questions?
I need to become recession proof.
Go get your money. Go get your money. You've been trained. You have all these degrees. You should not be sitting in a cubicle behind a desk.
Exactly. Because
And then, you got to fight the good old boy system.
that's
And
right.
there's a way to do it. There is a way to do it.
You right.
So,
Stephanie, you right. You talking to me, a couple of them things you saying. I'm like, I remember when I was in a job working for the man, and I'm like, I'm that person that was, like you said, that people come to you and you training people here, training people there, and then you're not really getting paid what you actually worth, But I'm like, okay, when I retired when I was 57, but at 55, in my mind, I was retired. So I just did what I wanted to do pretty much. But like you said, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of y'all just not paying me what I'm worth. So I'm getting out of here. But you're right. A lot of us just get in a job and we just do what we're told to do, and we do extra, we do more extra, and we work more hours than we need to be working and not getting paid for it. We just basically we're just a little slave person, But like you said, people don't realize that they have options, that they can control what they pay, So
and
thank you
what's
for
so
that.
funny about it is we're afraid the check is not going to come the next week.
Yeah,
If we say, no, I can't stay, after hours,
yeah,
It's gonna
it's
come
still going to come,
'cause
y'all.
they depend on you.
Yeah, they're going to still need you, y'all. You don't have to suffer. You do not have to suffer. A lot of us, we suffer. We do that because we're nurturing. We're
yeah,
natural nurturers, and we'll suffer for our families, right? And then that trickles all over into our business and our livelihood. And
yeah.
it shouldn't. It shouldn't. We should learn how to cut it off. When your clock goes off, what do you see some of your other counterparts? What are they doing? They pick up and they leave.
Yeah,
We have to learn to do that too. We have to
That's
learn to
all.
say what Coach V just taught us, to say no.
yeah.
Look, I always did the bare minimum at job. They never wanted me to stay. I ain't gonna lie. To be like, go do this. Look, I was like, Soldier Boy. Me? For what? For why?
Mhm.
You telling me you should have just did it. That's always been me. And I've always, women who have done over and beyond, I've always looked at them and been like, girl, girl, you doing too much. They
Mhm.
gonna keep calling you, girl, dog. I don't care if they think I'm a bad worker. I'll be that, but our paycheck's still the same.
Well, I was one of those employees who worked overtime, went over and above, and all that
Mhm.
other stuff
Overachieving.
until I said bye bye.
That's right. That's right. You executed your options.
I did. I said when, and I said who, and then I said when again.
There you go. There you go.
Stephanie, you did that
Thank
because
you.
people need to know that they have options, even though they still work a job.
Right.
You
Yeah.
do have options, and they hired you because they saw how talented you were. They wouldn't just hire you in their company just to have a warm body.
Absolutely.
They see your greatness, and they hope that you don't see your greatness, so that
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know why it's set. And it's a cultural thing, period. For women in general. And then again, for minorities, when you go in and they offer you the job, I don't know why they lowball. I don't understand it. And we've taken it. As women, we've just said okay because we don't know or don't think that, hey, okay, it's still six figures. We'll make excuses, y'all. Let me tell y'all. We'll say, oh, it's still six figures. I can still live off of that. Well, heck, no. Because then what's gonna be really upsetting is when you see Bob's next door, who's lazy as all get out, but he hangs out with the boys, and you look at his paycheck. and he's making $20,000 to $40,000 more than you, it will piss you off.
Yeah.
Especially
And
when Bob is bringing some of that work over to you and saying, you know, I
you
just
train,
had
when
time
you
to finish
train
this
Bob,
project.
Yeah.
they have you supervising Bob,
Mm-hmm.
and he still makes more money than you.
Yeah.
And I've always been so voiceful. I'd be like, you getting paid what? Because I know my worth. We don't have to talk to the people. But they really will lowball you.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
and once you start getting your bills, you start having kids, you tend to stay quiet on them things because you don't want them to say, oh, then never mind. That's what it is. It's that I can't afford to get let go. I can't afford nothing.
Or you're asking for more money because of all of these things. Oh, that's why. Not because I deserve it, not because of the job that I've done for you. Oh, you think I'm asking because I just had another child, or I just moved into a new house, or I just bought a new car, so you think that's why I'm coming to you. Yeah, they will do it. They'll put you in that box. And I'm gonna tell you guys this, and I tell my clients this too. Sometimes we put ourselves in that box. We will happily.
You froze there for a second.
Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good now.
All right, good. So did y'all hear what I said last?
No, we didn't hear that last word.
Oh, well, we'll happily get in a box ourselves and put the lid on. We don't, some of us don't even have to wait for somebody else to do it.
That's so true. And that's why I truly believe that the women I surround myself around, I let them know how worthy they are. Because they may not understand it today or tomorrow, but one day
Yo, who's next? Am I sticking again? Who's next? Who's coming on to the scene?
Who's next?
That lady down there in the corner.
Ah!
Yo, I'm nervous.
Are you trying to mimic the Gone with the Wind lady? I'm nervous.
Yo, I gotta take it easy on me.
Girl, you got this.
All right. So I guess here we go. I hope y'all ready. And now that it's my turn, yeah, y'all better share this broadcast because it's about to get lit. Let me take my crown off real quick because I'm using my head a whole lot. I like to talk with my head. Oh, let me fix that little piece of hair. All right.
You need co-host? You need to share
Yes,
your
I do. I just tried it and I was like, oops.
There you go.
Thank you. Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, this is really funny because I've been up here all day to present. And it's say, hey, you guys, like we just met. But we didn't. But we are going to talk about recession-proofing your wig business. Oh, is that? Y'all see that on the screen? It is saying, it is typing what I am saying. Ooh, these new computers. All right, so who is this boss chick that's up here talking to y'all, right? Well, I am very, very, very similar to you. I'm a mother. I have 2 boys. I have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. They got so much of me in them, they get on my nerves. But I love them because they got me in them. And it keeps things exciting and fresh every day. I am also a future book author, and I say future because currently I have a book collaboration in process. It's going to be about the unapologetic woman. I am a creator and a digital marketer, you know, because I did say I'm a boss chick. I'm also a CEO of 2 major companies. I run both F Beauty and the Society of Wig Bosses. I also co-host the Build Your Own Business morning show. And I am a certified social media expert. My mission. So my mission is focused around building the confidence of women and setting herself free from being uncomfortable in her own appearance. I feel like society has kind of told women how we should be and what we should do and what a woman is. And so as we're growing up from little girls to women, we have all of these thoughts in our head. And we, for me personally, I tried so hard to do the things that society says that a woman should do. And it led me into a very depressed life. I started to realize that the things that I've surrounded myself around brought absolutely nothing to me. And that who I was, I'm born a girl. So I'm already a woman, and I don't need anyone to tell me what is ladylike, woman-like, girl-like. So F Beauty is focused around helping women who suffer from hair loss gain more confidence in their appearance by creating hand-sewn premium wig units designed specifically for them. I had a really bad experience when I was first in the military, and I permed my hair. And as I permed my hair and I'm rinsing that perm out of my hair, y'all, I was like, I was having a heart attack in that shower rinsing that perm out my head. It was such a traumatic experience. I remember looking at myself in the mirror after losing my hair, and I did not feel beautiful. I did not feel liberated at that moment. And I had no one around me to make me feel beautiful. I did not have anyone around me who made me feel comfortable for that. And I wish that I would have. And that's what F Beauty is all about, because it doesn't matter if you choose to wear a wig or you choose not to, you are beautiful, you are a woman. And we are our own definition of what beauty is. And the great thing about 2020 is that beauty comes in so many different forms. Thank goodness women are out here expressing themselves so differently than what they did 15, 20 years ago. I'm so happy that I can walk out and I can see other women living in their truth and being happy, and it's just motivating. And that's what I based F Beauty around. So I live by no two wigs are ever the same. I am trying to move my face. There we go. So no two wigs are ever the same. And I say that because with F Beauty, we do not make any pre-made wigs. I truly believe that each wig is a personality. So if someone comes to me and they want a wig, we design it from the nothing up. Pretty much from how many bundles you want. Do you want a closure or do you want a frontal? What type of personality are you trying to get when you put this wig on? Do you want it bold? Do you want to just blend? What do you want? And so I'm here to tell you guys that we are looking for women who are suffering from hair loss and self-confidence issues that are ready to define their own definition of beauty. I really wanted to create a safe space so that women could really find who they are and what they want to do. It is so important that women start making decisions based off of our happiness and not our happiness and our husbands, or our happiness and our kids. One of the biggest lessons I learned really early on is if I'm not happy, I can't have my kids happy. But when I'm happy with myself, I want to love on my kids that much more. It's just natural when I'm happy. And so now I'm always so focused around making sure that I'm happy. So with the Society of Wig Bosses, it's just another side. So it's still the same thing, but this right here is for my wig creators and my wig bosses. And this right here is still a community that's meant to learn, grow, and succeed, and really to dive into the growing pains of having your own wig business. A lot of the times when you get into the wig business, we don't know how to post on social We don't know how to hold profitable photo shoots that actually make us money. That's why I have to say profitable. We don't know what vendors to go to. A lot of wig creators, when they're first in the game, and even some in the game for a minute, they are still struggling to find a great vendor. And the most important thing is that sales. A lot of wig creators don't know how to have consistent sales. And it all has to be bundled up with the social media and the photo shoots and the vendor and everything else like that. But most of all, you guys, most of all, this is a community. This right here is someplace that I just needed women to just be able to release. And this right here is all about our talents, to find like-minded people, to be able to grow and to become more, because you don't know where someone lives. We don't know who someone else lives by. And sometimes online is our only outlet. So you may be asking, how do I get involved? Well, you guys, I have a lot of different ways that you can get involved. You can become an affiliate for only $99 a year. And I think I broke that down to be about $2. No, that's less. I'm sorry, less than $2 a day to be an affiliate and to sell products from both Society of Wig Bosses and S-Beauty. So that right there by itself, you guys, is an amazing opportunity. I have a photo shoot coming up next year. And right off of that alone, if you help me promote that, that's $100 in your account. That is just amazing. And you can go to the link bit.ly/what a bag at, baby, what a bag at. Hey, because I'm all about helping uplift women. If I can give women anything that I feel is sustainable and encouraging, I feel like that's money, because with money, a lot of different opportunities come up for us and we're able to do a lot more. We're able to feed our children. We're able to buy that, buy that whatever we want, buy groceries and whatever else. So simply by just sharing the affiliate link, you can make money. It's no effort. You're going to have the social media training, which is way more expensive than $99 a year. So you're getting that included. That is such a great deal. So go ahead and go to bit.ly/where the bag at. And let's say you don't know about being an affiliate, but maybe you want to join the membership and you want to learn, grow, and build. That's perfect. For only $59 a month, you can do that also. Let's get in here and let's learn. That right there, that link right there is bit.ly/teach-me-wigs. $59 a month, child. Woo! I had to take a second. All right, so if you guys would like to get a custom-made wig unit made by S-Beauty, that is also a very simple way to go and do that. You go to www.sbeauty.com. You guys, I am so excited about all of these things. Goodness gracious, I feel like this year, even though it's a lot of bad things that's happened this year, I feel like a lot of uplifting and encouragement has come from this. So if you guys would like to get involved, please, if you want to be an affiliate, go to bit.ly/where the bag at. If you would like to join the membership, that right there is only $59 a month, and you can go to bit.ly/teach-me-wigs. And if you want a custom wig unit, you can go to www.sbeauty.com. Thank you guys. Please put your comments in the chat box right now. I am very excited to go about answering these questions. You guys can find me at SBeauty on either Instagram or Facebook. And if you want to contact me directly, you can go to info@sbeauty.com. Again, you can go find me at either on either Instagram or Facebook, or you can go ahead and message me at info.fbeauty.com. And then I want to backspace and just go back to this because I really want you guys to get these links together. And if you want to be a part of the affiliate program as to where it's only $99 a year, that is bit.ly/where the bag at. The membership program, which is bit.ly/teach me wigs. And or you can get a custom made wig unit at www.fbeauty.com. All right, you guys, gave you guys enough time to go ahead and get y'all questions in the chat box. Ooh, that was fast. Was I that nervous?
You did a good job.
Thank you.
You do have,
You did.
you do have a question here in the box. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about starting a wig business?
I would say we now have a community where you can grow, learn, and succeed. I would say now is the perfect opportunity to put yourself out there. The doubt never goes away.
That's good.
And yes, the doubt never goes away. But when you get in it and you are in a community that's there to uplift and build you up, I don't feel like anything is better than it, especially in the beginning of starting it.
Can you spell out your website?
Yes, my custom wig website is www.fbeauty.com, which is EAFbeauty.com.
Ebony, I have a question for you. When you do your custom wigs, what all is involved in you doing a custom wig for somebody?
So when I get a custom wig order, we do get on the phone beforehand. That way I can go ahead and get your head measurements, which is going to be a choice now because some women don't like to be on the phone. So if you would like to have that personalization where you get to talk to one of my staff members and or me, you never know who you're going to get on the phone. We'll go ahead and do your wig measurements. And if you don't want to be on the phone, you can go ahead. I'll send you a form so you can put your measurements on there. And then you either send me a photo of a wig that you would like to be made similar, because no two wigs are ever the same. So if you send me a picture, I will get to the best of my ability as close to that picture as possible. For me to sit here, I'm going to give you exactly whatever picture you just showed me. That is unrealistic, and anyone that says that, go the other direction.
Thank you.
Well, y'all, there you have it. And you see that pretty wig that's on her head, not to call it out, but it is what it is. It's a beautiful color.
Thank you.
So you see her skills firsthand.
Yes, and you know, for me, I really wanted silverish in this too. I don't know if you guys can see that silver because I didn't want it to be too purple. But yes, each wig is a part of your personality. I feel like whatever hairstyle, you know, I get that little boost of confidence when I put my wigs on, and I just know like, can't nobody bring me down. Bring what attitude down? I might get a little pep in my step.
Exactly. And each individual person that wears it wears the personality of what they want to put into it.
Yes.
And see, that shows just how creative she is. So y'all going on over to www.eafbeauty.com. We have reached the end of our presentations tonight. So you all need to go over to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Get your tickets for tomorrow night. We have another night coming, more dynamic presentations, because these women in this community, it's very diverse, it's very together, and it's just awesome. And you are seeing all of those awesome talents on display at this wealth retreat. So get your ticket, www.blackgirlprofits.com. girlprofits.com. Oh, and don't forget the SAVE10, all capital, to get your discount ticket. Because the next go round, it may not be discounted like this. That's right. Put your crown back on, Queen. Put your crown back on. Biggie Smalls, put your crown back on.
I was like, I can't end the show without my crown.
We see you all over here in the room. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Anything you all want to say to close us out?
This has just been super amazing for me. This opportunity, you ladies have been seriously amazing. And even just doing a presentation here is preparing me to get my $1 million check.
All right, now. There you have it.
Yeah, and Ebony, I just want to say just thank you, because there's a lot of women out there, especially women that have suffered from cancer, where they have to do the chemo and all that. You know, they a lot of them just getting that wig specially made, you know, custom made for them, just give them so much more confidence, you know, because they've gone through this tragedy of dealing with the cancer loss and stuff, and so having that own, you know, just makes them feel so much better to have their own personal custom made wig just for them. So, you know, thank you for doing that, because a lot of people, you know, need to reach out to you and have that done for someone they love, or for themselves, you know, if they're in that situation. So just thank you for being bold enough to do the presentation, to get out there and let people know that you have that skill and that you have that available for them. So just thank you.
Let me ask you this, Ebony. If someone wanted you to travel to them to make their custom wig, do you do that? Or would you do that?
Yes, I'm actually working on offering that right now, bundling it up and making sure that everything, the kinks are all out. I actually got offered that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
So I'm working out the kinks right now.
Okay. Well,
I think that would be great, especially for, like you said, Ola, for someone who is suffering from an illness, and you know, and they've lost their hair or damaged their hair. And yeah, I think that's great. Well, y'all, like I said, we've come to the end. We've come to the end of the road. I'm not gonna sing. And we thank you all for listening and participating with us, and for sharing the broadcast with all your friends. And don't forget your haters, because they're people too. You know, that's free advertising. So we want to welcome you back tomorrow evening at the same time. The red carpet will be here. There will be some dynamic speakers. Thank you to Coach for allowing us on her platform. She will be back tomorrow. And with that, we're going to tell you all good night. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. See you tomorrow.